So if you're not already familiar with the process, rock candy is typically made by dissolving table sugar or sucrose into water. You heat up the water because that increases the solubility, meaning you can dissolve more sugar into it. Heat it up to near boiling and dissolve absolutely as much as it'll take. That way, when it cools down, there is now more sugar dissolved than it should be able to hold at those lower temperatures as the solubility decreases again. The reason that the sugar doesn't just come out of solution because it's holding too much is because sometimes it has trouble forming those crystals. Usually it needs something for that crystal to latch onto called a nucleation site. Often that might be an impurity or something in the water, but I have used distilled water to try and remove as many impurities as possible. And instead, you try and introduce your own starter crystals, which are usually just stuck onto one of these sticks, and then that is placed in the middle of the solution. And then the more and more crystals start forming on the surface, growing larger and larger. Now, I have been experimenting here with making sour rock candy. So I dissolve not just sugar, but also citric acid. That changes the solubility of the solutes, both of them, both the citric acid and the sugar, it seems, which makes it very difficult to find that balance point, that tipping point where you can dissolve more at hot temperatures than will hold at lower temperatures. To the point where I'm actually now convinced that that balance point does not exist.